All right, we're going to be working on Bridge Math Semester 2, 4.1.3. I believe it's called What is Probability? And we'll use the checker problems like we normally do. So let's jump right on into it here. All right, so a person is equally likely to be born on any day of the week. What is the probability of being born on a Tuesday? Well, what is probability? Let's talk about what probability is. It's what's possible as our denominator, what's possible. And on top is what we want. All right, so for this probability, what's possible? You can be born on any day of the week. Well, how many days of the week are there? There's 7, right? Sunday through Saturday. So there are 7 days of the week. But what do we want? We want to be born on a Tuesday. Well, how many Tuesdays are there in a week? 1. So this is 1 over 7. There's 7 possibilities, and there's 1 desired outcome. So coming over here, customer service desk has 3 women and 4 men working. What is the probability of being waited on by a woman? All right, so being waited on by customer service. Well, how many customer service workers are there? In general, there are 7, right? There are 7 people working customer service. That's what's possible. You can have any of the 7. Now, what we want is to be waited on by a woman. Well, there's 3 women, so it's 3 over 7. There's 3 that we want, and there are 7 total possibilities. The 4 tires on your car are equally likely to get flat. What is the probability that one of the front tires gets a flat? Well, there are 4 possible tires that can get a flat, and there are 2 front tires. So we have 2 over 4, and we can reduce that down to 1/2. There's a 1/2 chance that one of the front tires gets a flat if they're all equally likely. 4 is the total number of possible tires, and then 2 are the possible, we'll say, successes or desired outcomes, or what is that we want, even though in this case we don't want to get a flat tire. But what is the probability of rolling a 3 on a 6-sided die? So how many sides are there? How many possibilities are there? There are 6 possibilities. Well, of that 6-sided die, this goes 1 through 6. There's only 1 3, so we have 1 over 6. All right, so now 5, we're going into a little bit more compound probabilities, or a little bit more complicated probability, we'll say. Is we have a 6-sided die and a coin. So we have a 6-sided die, right? So we know there's 6 sides of that, and there's a coin, which is there's 2 sides. So of our possible outcomes, there are 12 possible outcomes. And if we wanted to, we could make a chart. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We could make this chart, and we could have heads and tails. So, I guess we could have 1 with a head, 2 with a head, 3 with a head, 4 with a head, and then we do tails all the way down, and we would see that there are 12 possibilities. And we just multiply 6 times 2. So we have 12 possibilities. And now what is the probability of rolling an odd number and then getting a head? All right. So how many ways can we get an odd number and a head? Well, we have 1, 2, 3. So there's 3 ways for us to have an odd number and a head. And I can reduce this down. We have 3 over 12. That comes down to 1 over 4. So there's 25% chance of rolling an odd number and getting a head. 6-sided die and tossing a coin. All right, so there's 12 possibilities, right? 6 times 2. What is the probability of rolling a number greater than 2? So how many numbers are greater than 2? Well, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then getting tails? Well, there's 4. That's going to be 1/3. So 3, 4, 5, 6 would be 1/3. All right, so same concept. Now there's still 12 possibilities. We want less than 3, which is just 1 and 2, and getting ahead. 2 over 12, which is going to be 1/6. All right, so you roll 2 die now, right? So now there's 2 die. So they each have 6. So now we got to do 6 times 6. So we have 36 possible outcomes. Now this one is a little bit different. What is the total of rolling a total of 4? Well, if we want to do a total of 4, we can have the first die be a 1 and then a 3. We could have the first die being a 3 and then the second die being a 1. Or the first die could be a 2 and the second die is a 2. So there's 3 ways to roll a total of 4, basically a sum. Now for a 6, we got to have, I'm running out of space here. You got to have a 1 and a 5, or a 5 and a 1. A 2 and a 4, or a 4 and a 2. We have to count these twice, right? Because there's 2 different die. One could have the 4, one could have the 2, or vice versa. And then the last one is the 3 and the 3 to give us the 6. All right, so that gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then there's 3 additional here. And since it's an or, we're going to add these. So we have 3 plus 5, which is going to be an 8 over 36. I'm kind of running out of space. So I'm getting smaller here. Excuse me, sorry. It's going to be 4 over, what's that, 18? 4 over 18, 2 over 9. I believe that's reduced. I could be wrong. Correct me. We have 2 over 9. So we had a 8 over 36, and just from all the possibilities, we got the 36. We did 6 times 6, and that just reduced it down. I think I did it correctly. Who knows? So roll 2 die. So again, there's 36 possibilities, and now we want a total of 10. Well, how do we get a total of 10? Well, we can have with 6s. 1 and 9 is not a possibility. 2 and 8, no. 3 and 7, no. 4 and 6 works. And then 6 plus 4. And then there's a 5 and a 5. So there's only 3 ways to roll a 10. You roll 2 die, so again, 36 possibilities. What is it? We're rolling a total of 3. We have a 1 and a 2, and a 2 and a 1. Those are the only ways. So there's 2. 1 over 18.